So isn't this a criminal breach of trust? What should we ask the Aam Aadmi Party? Because we've been asking the whole day some really tough questions, and all they have been responding is walking away from the cameras, blocking our cameras, and stony silence that's come from Arvind Kejriwal, who's extolling the virtues of his government ahead of the MCD elections. Good evening to our panelists. But one wonders what's so virtuous about what we are going to put out today and what we have put out here on Times Now. Good evening, Aman Sinha, Mayank Gandhi, Shailesh Gandhi, Professor Kamal Mitra Chenoy, Sumant C Raman, and Ravi Srivastava, strong supporter of the Aam Aadmi Party. Ravi Srivastava, what would you think, sir, if somebody were to say that I have spent 40 lakhs of your hard-earned money in paying salaries to people who are not even listed, in conducting stings which I am not authorized to do, for a unit that does not exist for the people of Delhi?
So first of all, as you have rightly said it, hello.
Yes, Mr. Srivastava.
I am not a party spokesperson. I am not a party spokesperson. I am a party supporter. I am a party founder, Aam Aadmi Party founder. So first of all, you should refer to the statement which Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi has given. And he has categorically said that every state government does it. Every state government wants to curb the corruption, has to do it. Now, it's an excuse that Aam Aadmi Party does not have a home ministry in Delhi. So that does not mean that they should not go after the corrupts. They should not catch the people who are taking bribes. Now, feedback collecting unit is such a simple thing to do that they were doing, trying to get the feedback from the people. The people of Delhi
what do you think Manish Sisodia means, Mr. Srivastava? Good evening to you. This is Tanvi here. What do you think he really means when he says every state government does this? Every state government does what? They have a secret spying team that even the State Vigilance Department is unaware of. No. They have a spying team of which nobody has a record. They claim there is one man to whom the money was given, but that one man does not even exist. And then they use this to spy on a private entity in a school. Is that what every state government in our country does?
Madam, let me clarify to you. The word spying, snooping is the creation by you. The word given there is a feedback collection unit.
No, they're calling it a feedback, but what they are doing is spying.
Yeah, let's see. Just let me answer that first. See, in Maharashtra, there is an anti-corruption bureau. They also do stings.
Under the aegis of the state government, approved by the relevant authorities. They are not doing it. They are not doing it secretly. They are not doing it with any malified intent, sir. The state government has earmarked the budget. It has the office. The Home Minister is the Chief Minister of the state, and he is very well aware of what the activities of the ACB are, or the anti-corruption unit is. In this case, sir, the difference is the LG's office was kept in the dark. The requisite permissions were not taken. These people who are part of this FBU are retired bureaucrats, retired officers. They are not serving officers. They had nothing to do with the ACB.
Okay.
So how is this? How is this parallel? How is drawing the parallel correct?
I don't find anything wrong in it. I think this is a very, very legitimate activity which they carried out. And if there is anything irregular, there are agencies to catch it.
Former CIC, RTI activist Shailesh Gandhi disagrees with you, sir.
Sir, is there any record of what this feedback unit has achieved in the last whatever number of months it's been there? And Arvind came to the fore based on a commitment to transparency and right to information. We work together, and it pains me to know that there are secrets which he feels he can't do without. And a state government of Delhi, does it need a spying unit? Does it need a feedback unit? And what is the feedback that has been obtained? What anti-corruption measures have been taken? Who has been trapped? Can you please tell us? Tell us what the results are. Please tell us. It pains me, it pains people who've been working in transparency to see something like this, to hear something like this.
Ravi Srivastava.
Correct. You are allowed to respond. Yeah. Yes, Shailesh ji, you may be right. You are asking legitimate questions. But the point is that Arvind Kejriwal came into Delhi with an established agenda of fighting corruption only. And he has done his work over there. He has done it in his own way. Central government is not supporting him. Central government is putting his own secretary and everyone in the trying to put them in the jail. How can he work?
Mr. Ravi, are you now saying that without transparency he'll achieve all of this?
Police does not report to him. ACB does not report to him. How you expect him to work?
Mr. Ravi Srivastava, Shailesh Gandhi, yourself, Mayank Gandhi, Professor Chenoy. Aman Sinha coming to you in just a bit. 4 people on the Newshour panel tonight out of 6 guests. Can we have them all on the windows, please? I am not aware of how close Sumant C Raman has worked with the AAP, although I know he harbors some favorable sentiment towards them. I do not know. I'm not making any guess there. I'm excluding you.
Please don't try to divide the panel for that.
No, sir, I'm not dividing the panel. Allow me to make my point. Please hear me. I'm just saying 4 out of the 6 panelists have worked with Arvind Kejriwal and India Against Corruption in the past, or maybe currently too. My point, sir, is I'm not dividing the my point, sir, you all know the agenda of this government when they got the mandate, when they turned political. Mayank Gandhi was transparency. The agenda was to weed out corruption. The agenda was to not to hide anything from the people. He tried to go the referendum way. He did the entire referendum drama ahead of the polls. I am going to ask the people of Delhi. Delhi की जनता जो चाहेगी वो मैं करूंगा. तो दिल्ली की जनता को बोला क्यों नहीं कि I am doing this feedback unit and every activity of this feedback unit will be public. Who is being appointed, retired officers or not, why I am using your money, why I am doing this. Did he do that, sir? He didn't, Mayank Gandhi.
How can you do that? How can an intelligence unit effectively put out all the facts?
No, Delhi need an intelligence unit, sir. Why does Delhi City need an intelligence unit? Can you please explain to me?
Unit in all the states.
Sumant C Raman, is there supposed to be an intelligence unit which is covert, not part of anything official? That when the proposal comes to the cabinet meeting, it's not even part of the agenda. I will read this out to you. I am going to question the legality of this so-called intelligence unit that Mr. Ravi Srivastava says is not even about snooping. It is something called the feedback unit. Now, Sumant C Raman, please listen to this. This is what the report says. The report says. Yes, 1 minute. No. It has to be about the legality because the ACB claims they have no idea about this. The ACB claims none of their people work for it. Now, if Arvind Kejriwal has set up a private spying unit, then let him come out and say this. That I have hired retired people, they are spying, they're probably not even spying on government offices because the only record that has been given by the Vigilance Department to the CBI is snooping on a private entity, Sumant C Raman. Where is he drawing the line? Who is he spying on? And if he spied on one specific organization, entity, person, what was the result?
Every state.
What is the result? If Arvind Kejriwal, every state, okay, if Arvind Kejriwal, Sumant C Raman,
would the state government reveal what their intelligence units
Again, you are missing.
Arvind and we have fought on transparency.
You are missing the trees for the woods again. Now listen, Sumant C Raman, we didn't want Arvind Kejriwal's FBU to divulge what they were doing. But we wanted Arvind Kejriwal to tell Delhi that there was a feedback unit in the first place, sir. We wanted Arvind Kejriwal to say this is the composition of the team. What they do, vigilance is secret, but who they are and the existence of this unit. Please tell me, why is it? Why, if he had nothing to hide, why didn't he tell the people about the feedback unit? Why didn't he put on the board there feedback unit? Why did he say ACB?
On the basis of a cabinet.
Why did he do it?
This unit was formed on the basis of a cabinet note. You're not conveying that information at all.
I just did.
Of a cabinet.
Sumant C Raman, I just said it. I just said it.
It is not.
You did not allow me to finish that sentence. That was exactly what I was going to talk about, the legality of it.
If there is
please calm down. Listen to me. Sumant C Raman, please calm down. Listen to me. We are not hiding any facts there. I just spoke about the fact that even though this was not in the agenda, it was taken up by the cabinet. But the fact is also that the Vigilance Department within the state government has no clue about it. That this note says, the last expenditure from the fund. Calm down, please. Let me make my point.
The whole problem is.
Okay, you can go on and on and on about how it is done elsewhere. Can I make my point now, Sumant C Raman? Please, come on.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
The last expenditure from the fund was an amount of 50,000 rupees that has been stated to be given to one Kailash Chand. UDC of the anti-corruption branch for payment of second installment of bribe on a complaint.
And he doesn't exist.
That he doesn't exist. Okay. Now let's sit here and concoct stories about he is the so-called spy, so how can we give out his real name? But when the ACB chief of Delhi comes out and says, I have no idea what is happening here, then I deserve to have an answer now. What is Arvind Kejriwal doing and who is he spying on? If he's found corruption in his government, if he's found corruption in that the bureaucrats are doing, if he's found corruption in the transport unit or the department, where is the action taken? Why have the people of Delhi not been told that we have cracked down on corruption, we did surveillance, we got feedback, this is the corruption and we are sacking this man?
Wait for you to finish.
That is the answer. That is what they need to do.
Tanvi,
yes.
Tanvi, answer these two questions, please. Answer these. I've listened patiently.
So first, answer my question.
Two questions. In every state, who does the anti-corruption chief report to? He reports into the chief minister.
Is Delhi the same as every state? Answer this counter question, Sumant C Raman. Is Delhi the same as every other state? The High Court has ruled, the Supreme Court has ruled that the LG has to sign off on every policy decision that is made. This is one of the 400 files that never made it to the LG. It does not have the LG's approval. So, sir, what has been done is not above board. And
you are also concealing the information
no.
that when Mr. Najib Jung was the LG, he issued a circular or a note saying that the vigilance department needed to report to him and not follow the orders of the chief minister, sir.
So he is the administrative head, he has the right to do it, Sumant C Raman. He has the right to do it. Arvind Kejriwal's duty bound to get it approved by the LG and inform the LG's office. He is duty bound to let the ACB chief know. Just because he has a bone to pick with Mukesh Kumar Meena doesn't mean he one floor below, he puts ACB board and puts his people there, all retired service, whatever he be his intentions, don't question the legality.
Anand,
the second aspect.
Anand.
Now the second aspect, let's put out these numbers. And Mr. Ravi Srivastava, you quoted the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia today. Sumant, one sec. Moving on to our other panelists. Mayank Gandhi. Now, Manish Sisodia today said, "Sare state karte hain. All states do it." But not this. We'll talk about the money in just a bit. The other aspect. What they said in October when the BJP first raised it. Sharif, I'm going to ask our director to put that out first, please. All right. In October 2016, Mayank Gandhi, when the BJP in the state, in Delhi, local BJP raised this issue, the Aam Aadmi Party said, we did discuss it and decide about it in cabinet, but we never put the unit in place. They said that. In January, when Najib Jung, after demitting office, spoke about this, Dilip Pandey came out and said, Unka kaam, he's got nothing to do these days. Perhaps he's watching too many spy thrillers. He said that, January. Sir, 31st of March, Manish Sisodia comes out and says, so what? Every other state does it. So weren't they brazenly lying? And now let's put out the numbers, Mayank Gandhi. Sorry, I'm just going to put that out. This, when between February 2016 and November 2016, they have spent 4 lakh rupees approximately per month paying salaries to members of the FBU from the Secret Service expenditure account. So weren't they lying about this? Why did they do that?
Now, first I'll make a broader point. I think Arvind Kejriwal and his team have become schizophrenic. They believe that the Prime Minister is out to kill them, that he is a coward and things like that. And I remembered before, when I was in the party, there used to be files made on the senior members of the party, including Yogendra Yadav, Prashant Bhushan, myself. So there is this entire process of this kind of a Gestapo kind of thing. We are there and we will find out and we will blackmail and we will use these documents and that information against somebody. In line with that, I think they have done this in a completely illegal manner. When they stood for elections for Delhi, were they not aware that they will have to go to LG? Did that happen, this entire model of government where LG was the administrative head, did it happen after Aam Aadmi Party won or before that? So they come there with a certain mandate, then they know what the structure is, and then they start complaining LG did this, did that, and which is why we are doing this surreptitiously. It just does not cut eyes. You are just down a slippery slope. You're compromising your transparency, your accountability, your participation, your integrity, everything you have compromised. And now you come around and say, but others do it. That is no justification. If there were others doing it, there was no need to form an Aam Aadmi party.
Okay.
We could have worked with BJP and Congress, that the country was, but we came out with a transparency model.
Yes.
We came out with a participation model, and we betrayed the people of this country by doing exactly what BJP and Congress is doing. So we are following the agenda of the other parties rather than creating an agenda which others would follow.
Yes, and I do agree with you that point
and the kind of justification that are coming from supporters of AAP.
There seems to be some sort of paranoia now that's surrounding Arvind and his team, and we've seen that in the past. They kept doing stings on each other and releasing those tapes when the fight got really ugly between some of the founding members. So, Ravi Srivastava, I'll come back to you in just a bit, but we've got some panelists who haven't even spoken on this debate yet. Aman Sinha, thank you for patiently waiting by.
One point.
Yeah, 1 minute. Mayank, I just want to go across to Kamal Mitra Chenoy first.
Yeah, let me just make one line.
Okay.
One sentence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tanvi.
You please go to him, just listen to this.
Yes.
Now, unless you create this schizophrenic atmosphere, you will see that your volunteers will go away. So you have to create this climate. Everyone is after us. Everyone is trying to kill me. Everyone is trying to do that. But that schizophrenic atmosphere is vitiating the complete political culture of this nation.
Okay, so my point is this. Now, in the vision document, it clearly states by Arvind Kejriwal that being accountable is not limited to changing of guard, but means that the elected government should be answerable directly to the public. Now, Kamal Mitra Chenoy, my question is very simple. Even if this was about surveillance that had to be done with a little bit of secrecy, today questions are being asked. And questions are being asked about what have you done so far, what have you found. Now, where is the evidence that people who are corrupt were being spied upon and that action was taken, that this feedback unit, so-called feedback unit, was actually used to fight corruption within the system? Why doesn't Arvind Kejriwal come out and explain to us at least today?
Well, you know, I think what has happened is that some of the events that took place earlier, like the arrest of Rajendra Kumar and allegations against various members, about 14 MLAs of the AAP have been accused of various crimes. This was a kind of defensive mechanism by the Aam Aadmi Party with its special unit. But the problem with the special unit is that if you keep it secret, then more questions are asked that why was it kept secret, why didn't you do something? And as far as I know, from 1975, the emergency, there have been quite a few secret units of the government and of political parties all over the place. That is how defections are organized. Everything is organized. But since AAP wanted to have a new model, I think they should have been more cautious in the way they framed it and been more careful about all the legalities and going through the proper channels.
But Professor
because
Chenoy,
since they were wanting to do this for that purpose, I don't see why they should have been
but Professor Chenoy,
but that brushed over some matters.
That doesn't, because these are the people who went to this is the party that went to the people.
Anand.
This is the party that said, we will do everything by referendum. We will send out messages to our supporters and to the people of Delhi and do everything by their vote. For once did they go? But when this matter was raised, they denied it, sir. They lied about it. And they have used it to spy and put an outsourcer sting on a private school, which is again a violation of the POC Act 1988, because under this, there is no public servant involved.
But that's just the problem, isn't it? That's just the problem, isn't it? It's easier to set up a secret unit than to make it public.
Anand.
And then acknowledge that you've made a secret unit and then back out.
But the fact is, that why make it a secret? Just say we have a feedback unit. Their job is to be vigilant. You have a complaint, you come to us, come to this feedback unit. Well, they could have just said that.
But they call it a feedback unit.
Yeah, so they did, but they didn't even put out feedback unit.
It isn't that.
They didn't even put back for its feedback unit. What they did was on the one floor below the ACB, they said ACB, and then they started diverting complaints to that unit covertly. Aman Sinha, legally, is there a charge which stands
Anand,
for criminal breach of trust, sir?
Anand, what this... Absolutely, It's a complete breach of trust of people of Delhi. It's a gross misuse of the public funds. In last few days, we have seen how Aam Aadmi Party has been, misusing the hard-earned public exchequer's money and putting it for private and political purposes.
10 seconds, sir. Sorry, I'm
now,
just telling
as
our
far
viewers,
as this spying and intelligence unit is concerned, it is completely unsanctioned. It is completely unconstitutional.
These visuals are at the office. This is what has been put on the boards. On the 4th floor and 1 floor below the ACB, what it says is, again, ACB. It doesn't say feedback unit. That's the visual we are playing as Aman Sinha is speaking. Yes, Aman. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
And yes, that's right, Anand, and therefore the point that you were making, that if their bona fides were so clear and intent was so noble, they would have declared this, that they are going to have an intelligence unit, and this is what the operating procedure and sanctioned funds are. Now let me tell you one more interesting thing. The Chief Minister has kept no portfolios with him, but this unit directly reports to the Chief Minister of Delhi. This is in blatant violation of the constitutional scheme of the NCT Act. The state government of Delhi does not have any policing powers, any powers of creating such an intelligence unit. It is in blatant disregard to the constitutional provisions and the provisions of the NCT Act, and therefore this unit which was operating was completely illegal and unsanctioned by the constitutional mandate. Now let me also say, Anand, that the Aam Aadmi Party, which claimed to be messiah of transparency and advancing democratic values, are working in this clandestine manner. It is absolutely surprising. They are betraying the trust that people of Delhi reposed in them.
Because they always thought you were out to get them, Aman Sinha.
Money for their private political purposes.
Their only excuse always has been for all of this is that the BJP,
on the common man.
And which is at power at the center, is out to get us.
Just 10 seconds, Anand. Let me point out that this is the national capital. You have establishment of all foreign nations which are based in Delhi. This will create a major law and order problem if the government of NCT of Delhi tries to snoop in this manner. This is a complete disregard of constitutional scheme. This is a complete disregard and violation of the NCT Act of Delhi, and a complete breach of trust of people of Delhi, and gross misuse of public funds for their own private and political purposes.
Ravi Srivastava and then Sumant C Raman. Ravi Srivastava, I will repeat my question again. If Arvind Kejriwal has done no wrong,
about so much of
if Arvind
money, the man who is talking so much of public money, why he was catching one monkey for 59,000 rupees for so many years? What good they did to the people of Delhi in so many years? Can he tell? Mr. Aman Sinha can reply me that. Now it is only at the time of election everybody wakes up with some frivolous charges and some kind of stories against the Aam Aadmi Party. Yesterday somebody was running for 97 crore rupees.
No, what is the point you are making? It was completely illegal, unconstitutional, and this was running for more than a year. Please go back and read the constitution. Please have some respect for the constitution of this country. We are not going to be dictated by what you are saying. This Aam Aadmi Party government was misusing the hard-earned public money just for their own political purposes. Delivered upon.
What do you mean by frivolous charges?
Where are the CCTV cameras?
What is so frivolous about the charge? What is so frivolous about the charge that almost 100 crore rupees was used by the Aam Aadmi Party from the Delhi government's fund, from the taxpayers' money fund for their own promotion? What is a frivolous charge in that? How dare Arvind Kejriwal use the taxpayers' money to promote his ambitions in Punjab and Goa?
It is meant by frivolous. It is a gross misuse of public money.
All public money.
It is a gross misuse of public money.
Go raise your funds. Go raise your funds from wherever you want and use it for whatever you want. How dare you use taxpayers' money?
Do it. If public supports us, we will do it. Nothing.
So why will you break rules now? Because public doesn't support you, BJP doesn't support you,
no,
Lieutenant Governor doesn't support you,
what are you saying?
The ACB doesn't support you, your own former colleagues don't support you, everybody is conniving against you. So let's break all the rules that we promise people we will follow
they
for
are
a clean
advertising
government.
their good deeds and achievements in Andaman.
They
have been consulted by people of Delhi. They are misusing the funds of people of Delhi to advertise themselves all across the country.
Mayank Gandhi has been the winner of the AAP for Maharashtra, and Mayank Gandhi floated this schizophrenic theory here, saying that that's the psychosis that perhaps the core team of the Aam Aadmi Party is busy creating, that everybody is out to get us. And suddenly on this debate, as you speak and as everybody else speaks, one realizes perhaps there is merit to that theory, because at all points, all they say is everybody is out to get us.
Including the media.
Yeah, including the media. Everybody, if everybody is out to get you.
No, I'm telling you. See, what happens is right now you have raised an issue. No, one sec, just listen. Right now you have raised a very serious issue of propriety and how it has been misused. And the other spokesperson starts saying, you are out to get me, the whole country is out to get me, BJP is out to get me, media is out to get me, Times Now is out to get me, let's get together and come together and fight them. Nobody is answering the questions on merit.
Yes.
All that we want is, there is an issue, please answer it correctly, rather than create all this filibuster of the schizophrenic mindset. I am telling you, this is the strategy. Create a schizophrenic mindset and say we are cornered and people are hitting, let's get together and fight against them. Ridiculous. No. Answer the issues.
Yes,
answer the 97 crores.
Because,
answer
sir,
this illegal thing.
Sir,
answer it on merit.
Because, sir, many of you on the Newshour tonight, former, current supporters of AAP, empathizers, sympathizers, however you would want to call yourself or think about yourself, and many of our viewers who also are watching from Delhi, who handed out 67 seats to the Aam Aadmi Party, gave that mandate because they thought this is a party with a difference. But Sumant C Raman and Mr. Shailesh Gandhi, as we come back to you, tonight, they are like any other party, sir. You are giving me the example of every other party across the country to justify what the AAP has done. But the AAP said we will not be like every other party, and that's why I'm asking, if they did want to create a feedback unit, if they did want to crack down on corruption, they should have done it without lying to the people. They should have said, we are making a vigilance unit. We are using ex-servicemen. We are using veterans. Yes, we are doing it.
1 minute.
Yes,
1 minute.
but we will not. We will crowdfund, because if the LG is not giving public money and the budgets, you please tell us. We'll send out a referendum. Will you contribute separately and fund this? Are you ready to pay 4 lakh rupees per month for this service so that we crack down on corruption? We will put out every sting that we conduct. We will expose every bureaucrat we find corrupt. That's not happened, sir. That was the AAP style. That should have been the AAP style. That is not the AAP style. This is Arvind Kejriwal style for some nefarious means. That's what we will infer. Sumant C Raman.
Anand, first of all, the Aam Aadmi Party is well on its way to self-destruction, and it doesn't need the media to actually do these hatchet jobs before various elections.
Sir, this is no hatchet job.
They are on their
You do not undermine Times Now's report, Sumant C Raman, in your criticism.
Sorry, 1 minute. 1 minute.
This is not a hatchet job. This is the report. This is the observation of the report. You want me to read out the report again?
It does not need this party is destructing on its own. You don't need to do all this.
Sir, this party is going out to the people of Delhi once again and telling them, yes, I have spent about 100 crores of your money outside Delhi, trying to go ahead and further our prospects in Punjab and Goa. We've got a trash there. We are coming back to the civic polls and asking you to vote for us again. So we need to tell the people of Delhi, this is the reality, sir.
How many questions have you asked of other state governments where their intelligence money has been spent? Look, let's be very clear.
This party was not supposed to be like every other party, and that is why we will question this party of letting down the people, because they came out as the option, the only other option beyond the existing set, which will give a political difference, which will make the political landscape, change the political landscape of this country. And tonight, Sumant C Raman, every other argument you are saying, and Manish Sisodia said, and every other leader of AAP said is, वो करते हैं तो हम क्यों ना करें, वो करते हैं तो हम क्यों ना करें. But sir, चुनाव से पहले तो they said, वो करते हैं हम नहीं करेंगे, वो करते हैं हम नहीं करेंगे. That's what they said. Shailesh Gandhi.
I agree with you.
Mr. Raman, just hear me out, please. Just hear me out. Aam Aadmi Party had made, all of you are saying now that everyone does it, all governments do. All governments are corrupt, all politicians are corrupt, corruption is everywhere, black money is everywhere. This was the promise, my friend. Just hear out. This was the promise. As Mayank says, it is no better, no worse than any other political party in the country. If that be so,
I agree with you.
Its whole reason for existence doesn't remain. What they please listen, Mr. Raman, just hear me out. the promise was that we will have a party, a political party with idealism, built on honesty and ethics. That was the promise. It was a promise that it will be built on transparency and participatory democracy. All these promises are being destroyed, and now in future, for the next 20 years, India has had a major setback because nobody will trust the next people. The last such people was the Janata Party. India lost hope in this. This time round, again, that hope was there in the entire nation, in the youth, in everyone, including myself. I had this faith. I was never with the Aam Aadmi Party, but yes, Arvind Kejriwal was a friend and I trusted him. Today, there is sadness. What is happening is the trust has been destroyed. And whether it self-destructs or not, it has caused a major disservice to India, which is what is really very painful. And I think friends like you, who have some sympathy, empathy with AAP, should tell them either...
I agree with you, sir.
No, so tell them.
Ravi Srivastava.
Okay, yes, and as we go to Ravi... Sumant, okay, so both of you are in agreement.
Allow me.
Both of you are in agreement. Sumant C Raman, just to respond to the point that you were making, we don't. When you said the media doesn't need to do anything, the party is self-destructing. We are not sitting here to destroy any party, Sumant C Raman. But this party is still in power. They are running a government, and they're running the government of the national capital. And as long as they do that, when an instance of something wrong comes out, it is our duty to ask that question, and that's all we are doing. And it is the duty of Arvind Kejriwal, because he promised he will be accountable, that he should come and respond. My question to you, Ravi Srivastava, and we can list out multiple examples here.
Or are we
are you not disappointed, Ravi Srivastava, the way this party started out, the way this government started out, Ravi Srivastava? Are you not disappointed? They said they will be clean about the way where they're getting their money from. They mixed up, they got their data wrong, they claim. And they stopped being transparent about it. They removed the entire set of details of where the funding is coming from their website. They have allegedly violated norms when they decided to appoint 21 of their MLAs as parliamentary secretaries. That decision will not be taken by the centre. That decision will not be investigated by a CAG or an ACB that is being allegedly run by a rival party. That decision the poll panel will take in some days, and we will know what has happened. They are now being accused of using Delhi government's money, the taxpayers' money, for the promotion of Arvind Kejriwal and his party in other states. And we can go on and on about the allegations of corruption and criminal charges. Are you not disappointed? And should we not
But
ask...
you are going on and not giving some of us a chance to...
Allow me, please. Allow me. See, first of all, कि आपने दूसरों को बोला कि वो कर रहे हैं तो हम क्यों ना करें. मेरा आपसे एक सवाल है, I have a simple question to you. What we are doing, why can't they do that? If I can make 8,000 beds there, if I can make 500 schools there, if I can give half rate of electricity there, if I can give free water there, why can't they give it? Why you people are not advertising that? What good work Aam Aadmi Party is doing? You never talk about that.
Yeah, soon after, sir, the good work was advertised with a muffler man so that they could subvert or divert and circumvent the Supreme Court orders. And sir, just because, sir, we are not grudging the Aam Aadmi Party any good work, but we are also questioning the Aam Aadmi Party for work they said they will never do, but they are doing, sir. That is what we are doing, Mr. Srivastava.
No, so, where are the CCTV?
Yeah, Aman Sinha, and after that, Professor Chenoy.
Where are the new schools and colleges which are added?
Sir, there are students, as you talk about electricity and water, there are students of the GV Pant College who spent last night on the streets of Delhi. Who spent last night on the streets of Delhi, and they also, and there is an entire faculty and a group of students who've been waiting for the last 1 month for a response from the Chief Minister and a campus for themselves. This is also happening in Delhi, and it is our right to highlight that. But nobody, Arvind Kejriwal has not spoken about it. So there are a lot of things, sir. Aman Sinha. So it's nice to look at only, you can't look at only one side. You have to look at the other side, and AAP needs to be shown the mirror because they promise this will not happen. That's my point, sir. Yes, Aman Sinha.
Absolutely. When they came into political domain, they were saying that they will be all transparent, and they will usher in a new era of probity and transparency. And what they have done is a complete U-turn, a complete hypocrisy. They have been creating such parallel units which are which have no mandate and sanction from the constitution, from
Aman
the
Sinha.
legal ambit, and
Aman
they
Sinha,
are misusing the public money just in order to snoop on their political opponents, on the common public. That's a complete breach of trust and a gross misuse of public money. And the people of Delhi have reposed faith and trust in this government. They have breached that trust completely.
To the BJP, the fact is, they say the day the ACB chief was changed, the day the ACB chief was changed, the day Mukesh Kumar Meena was put there, that was the genesis of the feedback unit. That is the Aam Aadmi Party's claim. They say we put this feedback unit because you put this man there. He was clearly the BJP's man. So it's a serious charge they have made. I do not subscribe to it. I'm asking you to answer that allegation.
Policing, law and order, etc. Yes, that's right. I am only answering to the allegation made by the Aam Aadmi Party. It seems they are absolutely unaware of the constitutional scheme. The policing, law and order, or any kind of intelligence activity does not fall at all within the domain of the government of NCT. And therefore, they are in complete breach of the law. And this is not a subject which falls within their domain. They should have kept out of it. The High Court has opined on it time and again. And the constitutional scheme is very clear. But deliberately, knowing fully well what the law is, they are hell-bent on breaching this. How can you have such parallel intelligence units and spy rings and private intelligence establishments just in order to snoop on the public, on the political opponents at the cost of public exchequer and in violation to all the legal and constitutional scheme.
Even if the AAP thinks, Kamal Mitra Chenoy, sir, I have limited time, so I'm just going out to Professor Chenoy. He's not spoken much. Professor Chenoy, the fact is that even if the AAP believes... I'm just coming to you with a small
listen, Anand, I think that
my point is, sir, even if they thought that MK Meena or whoever was put there, whoever was the authority put there at the ACB or wherever, was perhaps a plant by the centre or by the LG's office or however it is. My point is, sir, the AAP does not have the right to do things which are illegal. They shouldn't have circumvented the LG's office. What they did, legality is questioned because that's not what they stood for. They can make whatever allegation they can, but that they have to act with the probity they promised to the people. That's my submission. Professor Chenoy.
Well, my submission is that you've done an investigation, let's find out what is more to be investigated. Let us hear the Aam Aadmi Party leadership. If they haven't spoken much so far, they will talk. They'll have to talk.
Professor Chenoy, they spoke today. So they spoke today.
And secondly, about Aman.
So they spoke today, and all they said is...
One moment.
Media persons were even today asking, but there was no response at all.
About what Mr. Aman Sinha is saying...
There's been a complete silence from the Aman Party.
There is a Supreme Court constitutional bench which is going to sit to see what the powers of the Delhi government are vis-a-vis the LG.
Sir, the Supreme Court and the High Court also said you can't circumvent the LG's office.
There's a constitution bench. So we should not take judgment without seeing the whole thing. Let us know what Aam Aadmi Party is saying. And if they are wrong, then they should be exposed.
Sir, what gives them the right? Do they have any legal right to conduct a sting on a private school, spend 50,000 rupees for it? They have allocated 2 tranches of 4.5 lakh and 5.5 lakh rupees, and what that money has been spent for, there is no clue. Nobody has a clue. This is a wing supposed to function under the Vigilance Department. The Vigilance Department did not know this department existed.
If you are correct, this is going to come out.
Sir, so what they have done is not right. And that is the biggest letdown.
It is very strange that the Chief Minister...
That is the biggest letdown, sir. Whether they used money smartly or did they do it secretly, however they did it, what they did was exactly what they accuse other parties of doing. That's where you have let the people down, because you promised them you will not be like them.
But you have yet to get enough proof to sustain some of your arguments.
Professor Chenoy, I like that you're still optimistic, and we hope you're proven right, and the Aam Aadmi Party actually comes out to explain.
I'm not saying Aam Aadmi Party is
today,
correct.
when the question was asked to the Deputy Chief Minister, he said everybody does it. In fact, everybody should do it. Today, when we asked Ashish Khaitan that question, we got no answers. Our crew was blocked by his men and not allowed to follow up with him. Today, when we asked the same question to Arvind Kejriwal, we did not get any answers. Today, we still hope, after this debate, if they still want to come out, now if not to us, if not respond to us, they probably should go out to the people of Delhi and respond to them. They've held all of these sabhas where they go and talk to the people of Delhi. They want to do a radio show all the time. They want to have a referendum on everything all the time. Let them go and tell the people of Delhi then of what the real truth is, and what have they found with this so-called feedback unit. How much of corruption have they cracked down upon? Because that is what they were wanting to
And as we wind up, we just play out those two, call-outs. The fact is, they were in denial, sir. When this was asked of them, they lied to the people कि ऐसा कोई unity नहीं है. In October, I'm going to put that out again. In October, they said we never put this unit never came into fruition. We discussed it, we decided on it, but we never acted on it. That's what they said in October. In January, they mocked Najib Jung. They mocked the former FG. They said, perhaps he's watching too many spy thrillers. And today, after Times Now put out this report, Manish Sisodia says, Baki states karte hain, to hum kare to kya problem hai? Why did they lie? Why did they pay 40 lakh rupees, 41 lakh rupees, approximately 10 months of salary to these members of the feedback unit, and then tell the people of Delhi and the people of the country, this unit does not exist, it was never actualized. If they had nothing to hide, why did they lie? And with that question, we wind up this debate tonight. That's the question Arvind Kejriwal has to answer.